Hello everybody, this is the Shane Duggan Show, episode 2. We got great feedback from the first episode with Mr. Mo Dunfer. Thanks everyone for all the positive reviews and feedback. It means a lot and I greatly appreciate it. My guest today for episode number 2 is a very special guest, the mighty Mad Mick Mulcahy. How's it going, Mick?
Right.
How are you, boy?
Very nice to meet you, and thank you for inviting me to do this interview.
No problem at all. How's things with you?
Well, the house burned down last Friday. The house studio is just a fucking ruin.
Jesus, Mick.
Everything.
Disaster.
It's just ashes.
How did you manage it all?
Well, I had loads of paint stored in there, right? An artist studio, it's full of white spirits, paints, turpentine, and fucking incendiary device,
Absolutely, yeah. Jesus.
And it's gone up, it was burned to a cinder in about 5 minutes.
And how did you manage? How are you managing now, Mick?
No, we were lucky to get out of there because my father died in a fire in North Mercer, many years ago. And we were so lucky, just the grace of God, we got out of that fucking place. Yeah?
And I just seen your jacket there. Mick Mulcahy, the artist to the RNLI. Could you tell me how that came about, Mick?
Well, you see, we had a house out in Helvick there, one of the Coast Guard stations. And my father, North Mercer, taught us how to sail from an early age, And every year for maybe the last 20 years, I always donated paint to be auctioned for the lifeboat.
That was a nice touch now.
No, these guys risk their fucking lives. They're volunteers,
Yeah, Jesus.
And most of the accidents happen at sea because of fucking stupidity. Yeah?
Would you put it down to stupidity alone, Mick?
No. It's only part of it. Inexperience. Right, there's some serious stuff going on out there. Fishermen getting lost all the time. But, the lifeboat crew put their life on the fucking line,
Yeah,
the conditions that they go out in.
Oh my God, it's a savage commitment.
These are honourable people and they should be celebrated,
I see you're on the all... forgot to mention there, guys, we're live upstairs in the Tudor house. I got a bottle of Luke's said. Mick is on the all Hop House 13 lager. How'd you find that, Mick?
Oh, lovely and refreshing. You could drink it by the bucket load.
You mad scone, Mick. You mad scone. She's a good gal, is she?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Would you drink the cider, Mick?
In the morning for a quick one. But there's a lovely cider, Longville House Cider up in Mallow. It's a small little, family-owned business.
Yeah. I never heard of that now. Usually you'd have your Bulmers or Orchard Thieves or...
No, Bulmers is so full of sugar. It's shit.
If you're going knacker drinking now, you'd be on the all Devil's Bitter, the Druids, of course.
No, the Druid cider is lovely.
4 for a $5 buy. John Welch's special.
No, it's grand for a cure in the morning, but I wouldn't drink it all day.
You wouldn't drink it solidly, yeah?
No, for me, the cider would rot the stomach out of you,
And if I wanted
to go Belugas, I'd drink Captain Morgan.
How would you drink that with, Mick?
Just straight, neat. No ice, just as lovely.
What, a small glass or a pint, or just...
Captain Morgan did sort of spiced rum.
Oh, I know what it is, yeah. Many times I had it.
Yeah, it's lovely. And you wouldn't get any hangover.
And you said the term beluga there. Could you explain that to the viewers at home, what beluga means? Not every Joe Soap knows what that means,
Well, I suppose belugas, I think they were a tribe in Africa.
Not to Baloo the bear, no? That is a Jungle Book.
It could, yeah. Maybe they're first fucking cousins, I don't know.
And where did you go to school, Mick?
Well, my father, Lord Mercer, had a shop here, Mulcahy's the Drapers, 3 and 4 Main Street in Garm. So, the nuns and then the Christian Brothers, and then my mother died tragically when I was 12. She was only 42, brain hemorrhage, right? So the father left...
She was a young woman, Mick.
Yeah, brain hemorrhage, out like a light. Yeah. So the father had the shop down there. He had 3 sons. What the fuck is he going to do? Education is the most valuable thing in the world, right?
Absolutely, boy.
So, we had the money. We were sent off to Clongowes College. It's a boarding school, Naas, County Kildare. Jesuits, right?
You ended up in Kildare.
Yeah, Naas. It's a Jesuit boarding school.
Yes.
Clongowes College, you know? And academically, I had no fucking interest.
At all.
Zero.
But you probably had to head for it, but you just didn't have interest, is it?
Yeah. I mean, and then we had a very good art teacher called Paul Funge. And the Jesuits are intelligent. They saw I was interested in something. This was my passion, art.
This was your calling.
Yeah. And they let me at it. They didn't put any... Right, I failed my interest there because I had no fucking interest in it.
Yes.
You know? And then I left after fifth year because I knew I wanted to go to art college. And my father, you know, was a wise man. I mean, normally he'd say, oh, no, finish, you know, see what
But where did that come from, Mick? Like, did the people before you, or your brothers or mum and dad, did they have interest in art, or did you just develop it for yourself? Did you develop an interest by yourself, like?
No, my mother used to love flower arrangement. You know, my father was a great gardener, you know?
Yes.
So just a celebration of beauty and nature. And I mean, I could see, you know, 9 to 5 serving behind the shop. I mean, that wasn't for me, you know.
No.
I've travelled all over the world. I lived in Papua New Guinea, Australia, a year in a Buddhist monastery in South Korea, you know. I'm a
Jesus.
nomad.
What did you think of Australia?
I loved it there because in 1984 I was invited to represent Ireland in a big biannual 2-yearly exhibition. They have a big exhibition there every 2 years. They invite international artists from all over the world to participate in this, you know. So I was chosen.
Obviously, you were very good, so Mick.
I have a passion for what I do.
Yes.
Yeah. I look forward to getting up on a Monday morning to go to work. I mean, how many people can honestly say, Monday morning, Jesus, I love to go to work. Most people fucking dread it.
I think I can speak for myself. I can speak for myself, and anyone that's ever listened to this, most Sunday nights or Monday morning, are all just fucking depressed with the thought of getting up for work.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like work for you.
No, it's a pleasure. It's my being.
That's very rare, sir.
No, it's just common sense. My father, Lord Merson, used to always say, cut your clothes according to the measure. So what you have in your pocket, you spend. Look at all the poor people. I mean, the banks are responsible for so many fucking suicides. A friend of mine, a couple of years ago, 15 years ago, went into the bank for only 50 grand to build a house. He came out with a oh, you're a lovely boy. Why the fuck are you building a small little house? Build a big house. You're entitled to build a big house because you're such an important boy. And he comes out with a fucking loan for £250,000.
200,000 more than he was originally supposed to get, like.
Because the little manager in the bank gets commission. So the more I can promote you, the more little fucking bonus I get. These are robbing fucking cunts. And we bail these cunts out. And they're still abusing the fucking people.
And how long would you say that's gone on with me, if you had to hazard a guess?
It's since the dawn of time, interest. In the Arab world, I've lived in Arabic countries, right? You hear all the bad things about the Arabs, you know, they're fucking suicide bombers, the whole fucking lot of them. This is only bullshit. It is against the law of Islam, Muhammad, to charge interest. Yeah?
Cool. Look at. That's I never knew that, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people that never knew that either.
But I mean, that's a very civilized society. Look at the fucking banks here. Interest, compound interest. And you're paying the interest, and you're not paying back the loan. You're a slave to these motherfuckers for the rest of your life.
Yeah, slaves,
And that, when you die and it's not fucking paid, it's handed on to your children. So it's an endless, vicious fucking circle.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle, yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Mick, you know, I don't think it's ever going to change anytime soon, if I'll be honest with you.
No, I mean, you look at this whole climate protest thing. It's brilliant. Started by a little fucking girl up in Norway. And look at how it's caught fire. I mean...
Yeah, it's really after catching on.
And there was one person, a humanitarian, you know, looking after... You know, the planet is our future. And these reckless capitalists are fucking destroying it. Short-term greed, long-term fucking misery. But
Yes.
their day is coming to an end because the young people are saying, we're not putting up with this shit anymore.
Yeah.
You can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know, in modern society, I think people are...
We're going to tear this fucking system down.
Yes.
Because we need clean water. If there's not clean water, we're fucked.
But I think the modern society, compared to a few years ago or a few generations ago, are they after developing a backbone? Being able to stand up for himself is what I mean, Mick.
Yeah, I mean the Catholic Church, the paedophilic rings in the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church were like slave fucking drivers. They kept the population down. Look at this shit in the Magdalene laundry. That's only one aspect of it. You're a young girl, you got pregnant, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have access to condoms. You weren't told about contraception, you know. You had sex for reproducing children when you were fucking married. Yeah. Sex is the most beautiful thing in the world.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like flowers coming into bloom. Your sexuality should be celebrated.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm with you, brother.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
But moving on, the education system today, like, how would you compare it to now? To,
No, I mean,
I suppose when you were going.
All right, educational system now. Apple and all these motherfuckers are financing universities.
Yes.
The educational system now is designed to produce slaves to work for Apple, Microsoft, and all these motherfuckers.
And Google as well.
Google, all that IT fucking shit. And where's it going?
Well, someone's getting extremely rich anyway, and it's certainly not me or you, Mick.
No. I mean, you only need a certain amount of money to survive, plus a little bit of the emergency fund. Yeah.
Money's not everything.
No, I mean, yeah, my house burnt down Friday 2 weeks ago, right? I bought an old cottage out the fucking country. There was no water, no electricity. There was still no electricity in the house because I liked it that way. But I built that up. I'm a good carpenter, a good builder, right? And I built up that to a nice, comfortable, well-insulated home, right? Whatever fucking happened Friday 2 weeks ago, my father died in the fire, Lord to mercy. He fell into his own fucking fire, yeah? Many, many years ago. I thought I was going to follow in the family tradition by being burnt alive. Thanks be to God. My father, my mother, and the angels were looking after me.
They were certainly looking down on you that day.
I got out of that fucking place, and it was like a fireball. When you think of it, an art studio was joined onto the house, right?
All your work destroyed.
Full of fucking painters. Right?
And probably top class paintings as well, Mick.
No, I mean, painting is my passion. Whether they're good or bad, it doesn't matter a fuck.
You enjoy doing it.
It is my passion. I don't talk about painting, I paint. There is so much intellectual diarrhea talked about the philosophy of painting. What does that painting mean? I says to them, hello there. A painting exists on a two-dimensional space. It's like looking at a beautiful woman. How you fancy one or the other is it's personal choice.
Absolutely.
I mean, my paintings, the purpose of my painting is to celebrate the beauty of life.
And how long would you spend doing your paintings, Mick?
Now,
or does it depend?
You'd work maybe 10 paintings at a time. Right, I'd layer them up. So you put on one watercolour and then you leave that dry, and then you build up another one, you know? And one painting stimulates another painting. So, some paintings are quick, some paintings are slow, but yeah, it's a process. Yeah. An artist, you know.
And how long would you spend through the day painting, Mick?
No, I mean, in the summertime, I get up 3 o'clock in the morning. I love to get up before the dawn, and the silence of the dawn, from darkness to light. Yeah.
Yes.
And where I live, I call the house Oran Neheni, and the official address, Oran Neheni, Och na Corrabil, Ballycoran, Clashmore. Now,
I love it.
Imagine a guard arresting me for drunken, disorderly conduct, shouting outside the bank, you motherfuckers. How many suicides are you responsible for? And what's your name? Mihal Salandum. And what's your address? Aran Neheni, Och na Corraville, Ballycoran, Clashmore, County Port, Loriga. And they're filling it in their little boxes. Jeez, there's too many words there now for all the... No, I mean, the guards have always treated me fairly. I'd give that to them, right?
Yeah.
There's some bad apples in every fucking bar.
Absolutely.
But the guards here, they have always treated me with respect. I have always treated them with respect. I'll tell you a fucking good one. I was drunk on St. Patrick's Day many years ago, and I was arrested here in Dungarvan, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was brought up before Judge Finn, yeah? And the courthouse at that time was manky. The paint was peeling off the walls.
Go ahead.
And Judge Finn says, how do you plead? And I says, I'm an Irishman and I'm thirsty. How do you think I plead? He started fucking banging the hammer. He says, I'll have you up for contempt of court.
Hey, mate, they don't call you Mad Mick for nothing, lad. You're playing a blinder here.
And he says, fine, 350 quid. And I says, I'm a poor struggling artist, Your Honour. No, you're not, he says. You're a member of Astana. And for those that don't know about Astana, the late, great Charles J. Hockey, who had a mistress here and a mistress there, and went to a dictator, should always be dressed impeccably. Handmade shirts and handmade shoes, prancing around like a peacock. But he looked after the old age pensioners, you know, a very good man. He set up Astana, which is, Astana means, it's an old Irish word to celebrate the excellence of Irish creativity. And
He set that up.
yeah, and you get elected into this. Yeah, you must. It's for writers, painters, poets, musicians, and now they've included architecture. That's only bullshit. Yeah. Yeah.
Take us up your fight there. The old Lucas said is getting a bit warm.
To it.
And, like, what made you say that to the judge, like? Were you being genuine or were you just having a crack with him?
No. I said I don't have that money. I have a daughter in Paris. Yeah? She's now 20 years old. I pay the maintenance. Yeah? I don't have the money. I says, I will immortalise you. This could become like a Sistine Chapel. I'll do your portrait here and I'll put fucking your best criminals on the other side. And, you know.
And it's unusual, like you said there a few minutes ago, that it was manky. That's very unusual. I thought that would always be clean. And
I know, this is a couple of years ago now.
yeah, but still.
No, but I haven't been in there since, thanks be to God.
And you don't want to go back in there either, I'd say, do you?
I have other fucking things to be doing, rather wasting my money.
You've painting to be doing, isn't it? If you were, I've never really seen you about in pubs. What pubs do you go into in Dungarvan, or do you bother much?
Well, I love the Tudor here.
Yeah.
Myself and Declan go back a long, long way.
And you never even knew upstairs here existed until 20 minutes ago when we
No.
started doing this.
No.
It's true what they say, you learn something new every day.
But this would be a nice place for a little party.
Yeah, have you any... How old are you, Mick? 44? 1?
No.
You're not going to tell me either, I'd say.
No, I was 67 the other day.
So we'll have your 70th here in 3 years' time.
Yeah.
If we're still breathing. Hopefully we will be.
Yeah, we'll have a big orgy.
Yeah. I don't know about that now. I might have to pass on that one. A few of the boys might come in there.
Yeah.
And how many would you want in the orgy?
I don't know.
The more the better.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
I'm just looking left to right here. See 2 dartboards. Do you ever play darts?
I like darts.
Watching them or playing them?
Playing them. No, but what I love, there's a pub in Clashmore and they play rings.
Salmons?
No. Small little pub.
I was in Salmons one night.
Beresford's.
Eggy Duggan wrecked the place.
Go away.
Beresford's?
Yeah. Small little pub.
And do they still play the rings to this day?
They do, yeah.
How would you play with them?
No, I wouldn't be up to their standard, but I love playing rings.
Is it just good fun, like?
Yeah. I like the old dart, you know.
Yeah. And did they ever do tournaments rather in the rings? Because I know they do in the darts, obviously.
What you do, yeah.
But that's kind of... You wouldn't see that even in town now, like. There's hardly little or no pubs playing the rings, is there?
I don't know any pub inside in town playing the rings.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, there are few... No, I don't think any of them do.
Yeah.
Where,
No, what I'm doing now is organising indoor pocket billiards.
Oh,
But we're looking for a referee.
Oh, yeah.
Indoor pocket billiards.
Who'll clean the balls? I hope they have their white gloves. And would you drink cans of that hop house now at home? Or the cans? Or do you do cans of that?
No, they do. What they do, yeah, or they do bottles. I prefer the bottle.
Nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely looking bottle.
Is it large bottles to come in, Mick?
Yeah, it could be a pint or whatever the new metric. Yeah.
That's reasonably a new drink, though, isn't it? That's only a few years old.
Yeah.
Hop house, yeah.
I buys it up with Ollie and, number 21 up there.
Oh, yeah.
Ollie, he's a fucking gas man inside there.
Top notch.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, you said if you wanted to go, and the term you used, Beluga, earlier, to drink Captain Morgan, if you were going to go Beluga. Is there any other spirits that you like?
There's a lovely French one, Pernod.
Oh, yeah.
A sort of aniseed.
It's like blackjack, kind of.
Yeah.
Pernod and black, yeah, I know the one you're on, I think.
Yeah, no, I just Pernod with a bit of water. But that's a real summertime sunshine drink, yeah.
With a bit of ice or no ice?
Oh, plenty of ice.
Yeah.
You put in the ice and it changes colour, and then a bit of water. Yeah.
And would you get a good kick off if you would?
Oh, you would. I started drinking that down in Saint-Tropez. Je parle très bien français. I have very good French for an Irishman.
Je m'appelle Shane.
Je m'appelle Monsieur N'importe quoi.
And where did you go? Where did you go to school, Mick? I know you.
Oh yeah.
You left young, did you?
Yeah, I left after 5th year.
Yeah, but what school did you go to? Oh, sorry.
To Clongles, to the boarding school.
And was that boarding school just all boys, or was there females?
No, all boys.
Ah, so you'd have no fun then.
No.
Why did he send you there, Todd?
No, because he had a shop. He had 3 teenagers.
Oh, I know that, but...
And he valued education, and he had the fucking money to send us there.
And who were your other 2 brothers? I don't know them at all. Are they still alive, Mick?
We sort of skip on that. The younger brother committed suicide. The elder brother fucked off. We give that one a miss.
Oh, jeez, I had no idea, Mick.
No, it's grand.
So you're the kind of Prince of Dungarvan, so, in many respects.
That me bollocks.
I didn't even know you had brothers, tell you the honest truth. Didn't know you had brothers. And how do you find it living in the country now?
I love it, but I mean, the drinking, driving. After a sherry try for the guards to be on your back, you'd be fucking bollocks. I mean, where I live now, our nearest pub, Kylie's Cross, lovely man run it, Mickey Hoolan, right? That's about 4 miles from our house.
Yeah.
Right.
Fine pub.
I don't agree with drinking and driving. But after look at old men, for example. Maybe the wife died or they're bachelors, right? They love going out to the pub to meet their buddies, sit down, have a little chat, read the fucking paper, go home after...
Yeah, get out of the house for a while, yeah.
Yeah, go home after 2 or 3 fucking pints, and there's no danger to anybody. What is fucking dangerous on the road, as far as I'm concerned? And my duty as an artist is to observe reality from a non-judgmental point of view.
Yes.
But you see these guys, souped up fucking cars, right?
Oh, the boy racers.
No, the boy racers one, but other people, to get a flash car, attract the ladies.
But do you think it's just to attract the ladies?
No. Right, I love sailing. I have my eye on it. There's a new yacht out now. It's 70 grand, right? It's the latest of marine architecture. It's built in France, right? It goes 20 knots an hour. This is Formula One of...
Jeez, peppy out.
Yeah, Formula One of yachts, right? Right, the house fucking burnt down. Basically, I have no fucking interest in rebuilding it. Yeah? I'm going to sell a couple of fucking paintings, get to 70 grand, right?
And would you be able to sell enough paintings to accumulate that much money, Mick?
Oh, I'm a famous man. Didn't I do 2 books of portrait for Michael D. Higgins, illustrated them?
Oh, I love it. I
can round up the fucking posse. No.
I work
my hire. Yeah?
Tis big cash for a boat, Mick.
No.
But it's a fine boat, is it?
No. This is pay peanuts, you get monkeys. This is top of the range Formula One yacht. Right? And they don't come fucking cheap.
No.
Because the research and development to get to that stage where a single hull yacht will do 20 knots, that's a lot of fucking research. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Tis nice to get a boat that you like anyway,
Yeah.
And I suppose you pay for the good ones, don't you? Tis like anything.
Yeah.
And you always had an interest in sailing, did you, Mick?
Well, see, we were brought up in Helvick there. My father founded the sailing club in Duggan. You go down to the sailing club and you look at the notice board. Bernie Mulcahy, Michael Bernard Mulcahy, Commodore, he was Commodore for 3 times, right? And how he did it was very simple. He saw this Yachting World. It's a sailing magazine in existence for a long, long time, right?
Yeah.
And he saw plans, a 16-foot by 6 plywood boat, right? And plans for that. And he rode away, bought the fucking plans, paid the commission for the fucking plans, and got John Whelan, a carpenter at North Merson, in town. There was a group of them, and they built their own fucking boats. Yeah, 16 by 6. It's a nice 2 or 3 people. It's not a fast boat, but it's a sailing boat.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you could afford it. You could build it yourself.
Different times as well, especially, Mick,
Yeah. I mean,
you used what you had,
Yeah, but it was available for everybody. Sailing has become, in some place, a snobby sport.
Do you really think that now? With like, compared to when, Mick?
No, sailing, when you think of it, it's just the wind and you.
Yeah, nature takes you.
Yeah. And it's silent. It's just crashing waves and the sails flapping and...
But how do you mean by snobby? Could you elaborate on that, Mick?
No, you go down Kinsale and they're all very posh.
Oh, yes, I'm with you now, yeah. Compared to before, they were all...
No, some are and some aren't.
Yes.
But it's like having the... social status. I have a lovely yacht.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but I have a lovely yacht.
They have it for show is what you're basically saying.
Yeah,
I get you. But I suppose if people have the money, some people have too much money and they don't know what to do with it, so they just buying pointless things. Sure, if you don't sail, what's the point of buying a boat?
Oh, sure. I mean, it's fucking tomfoolery.
Isn't it just?
No, it's waste.
I'm so sorry to hear about, your house burning down and all your work as well.
I don't give a fuck about the house. It's the work.
Yeah, I know.
Undocumented work and fucking loads and loads and loads. But it's grand. Start again. Huh?
You'll be starting from scratch, and I'm sure you'll get there because you obviously have a clear passion for it.
It's just my life.
And it's not everyone like something like painting. I think you're born with that. I don't think you grow to learn that. I think you you have it in you or you don't.
Like a penis, that it's in the DNA or it's in the blood.
Yes.
And all you have to do is persistence. Yeah. With any talent, you have to keep on working on it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't fucking. You don't develop anything new. I mean, a lot of people develop a style.
If you had to do the Leaving Cert art today, how do you think you'd get on?
Sure, I mean, I'm not involved. I don't know. I mean, before still life, drawing still life, boring shit, right?
But that is part of the course, of course. You're dead right.
No. I mean, you must. Drawing is observation, right? You are not going. I mean, my father, Lord Merson, took up painting when he was 70, right? He died when he was 94, right? I says, Daddy, there's only one thing about painting. Paint the things you love. And he says, I love painting the sea and the sky. And I'd go out with him, we'd sit on a fucking ditch, small little canvases. Watercolour for a start because it's easier, or acrylic, Just look out there. Hold your viewfinder, have a look around. Yeah, that interests me there. I just observe and just.
Did you ever think of writing a book about painting and art, Mick?
No, I'm writing a book about myself. The adventures of Tricky Mickey and his black donkey with a big erection. Now,
after that, I think that's that. Now, and to a few.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for doing this with me, Mick. I greatly appreciate it. To anyone who watched episode 1, guys, and you're telling me you can't see anything and you only see a black screen, that's what you're supposed to see. It's audio, not visual.
Good boss.
I'm going to save up my money to get a good camera soon. So, thanks for everyone. And Mick, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We'll go again.
We will, yeah.